What are the typical customer fears in a commerce project? Yeah, that's a quite interesting question. Actually, the customer has always fears, and that's actually our role to make them understand that there is nothing scary. And that comes not only from combining the different departments, talking to each other, but actually consulting the different departments in the way what can be done. Because at the beginning, the customer has its own perception of how things should work and has no influence from the outside world in a way that, okay, what are the competitors doing? What are the other similar companies doing? But you need to bring this on the table. You need to consult them. What is the best way to go forward? And this should not stop from the very beginning, because okay, the typical sales guy can promise you everything, but at the end it's a matter of delivery. And delivering the promises is the most critical point in every project, I will say, nowadays in the IT world, not only in the commerce projects. But again, talking about complexity, it's a different point of perception. Delivering means, for us in the commerce world, it means flexibility and agility. So you need to stay flexible and agile, delivering the product in sprint way or in agile way, but you need to be open to changes, because the change comes on the go. So you can imagine that after each sprint, we do show and tell. We tell the customer, okay, here we are, this is how it looks like, independently from the customer experience, from the designs that were already done. There might be a small leak in the business process that is still there, or the business is changing because a implementation project goes for several months or weeks, and this change of the market might actually require different changes inside the implementation project. So staying agile and flexible is actually the key point in the implementation. And of course, on the other side, you need to have the discipline, because if the business does not participate within the delivery process, that actually brings a risk on the acceptance of the whole solution. So trust should be built from both sides. Business participates, you deliver, and you give the business new ideas and stay flexible for providing the best experience that can be implemented towards the end success of the project. To answer one of the most critical questions before you start a commerce implementation, it's usually the pricing. So coming out from this question, which is one of the painful questions you get from your customers, you need to get them to understand that actually you cannot provide the right pricing without trying to understand, or without understanding their business, their requirements, how the way how they work, how they communicate within the organization, what are the exact business processes, data models, how to integrate, what is the system landscape, because you land into an existing landscape without understanding how this operates. And it's a hard implementation and integration project. So that's why before you actually give the right pricing, you need to tell the customer, okay, please, let's sit together, let's discover your process, let's go through the discovery. Then I will be more precise in my estimation, and then you know exactly what you want. So it's important for the customer to get into a discovery workshop with the implementation partner. First, because you bring all the parties together. Second, because you have everything on the table, and the implementation partner understands with the experience collected from the previous project what is possible, what is not. The implementation partner can bring further requirements on the table, stuff that you don't know, because usually customers, they come out with their perspective from the business, but they don't know the product that they're buying. And the product that they're buying actually has much more functionality, which is collected, like best practices from the many other businesses. So first, make the so-called discovery, and discovering what are the business processes, but then from the other side, understand what is the product, fit to the standard. And by combining, the discovery and fit to the standard sessions, then you define the exact scope of delivery that needs to go live in the future implementation. But the most important part here is for the implementation partner to understand what is the effort and to provide the right pricing to you as a customer. And this is where you mitigate the risk for the success of the project, not just on time, not just on delivery, but on price too. Why Novarto build the fast track package? It's very simple reason. When you start talking with customers around the B2B business, it's usually a very complex process. It's not just publishing the products, it's not just having the checkout process. It's a matter of understanding the production, is trying to understand the services that you're offering to the customer. But the Boost package gives you the possibility to really go live within 4 weeks. And from there that you have basically the trust that the system is working, the software that you bought is actually working for you. And from there building up, so comparing what is standard, what is the top experience that we collected into the Boost package, building up the trust further into the future implementation of your B2B store and delivering the best experience to your customers. So you have a very good starting point, which costs 40K, and then from there you build up the foundation for your future B2B store.